Hello everyone, welcome to our channel Fusion Station. I hope you all are doing great. Okay, let's start this video. In this video, I will give you the overview of Sophos Firewall, and this video is made specifically those who are new to this firewall and managing it for the first time. So let's start this video. Once the user or admin log into the firewall for the first time, he will get this screen of a control center. You can also consider this control center as a dashboard, and this control center or dashboard is segmented into 6 sections where it covers system traffic insight, user and device insights, active firewall rules, reports, and messages. So first we will discuss about the system section where it gives the details about the performance, services, interfaces, and VPN. Performance basically it covers what is the status of system performance based on various parameters. And under the services section, it give you details about the services, what the status of the services in the Sophos firewall, whether are they in a running state, stopped state, or in the dead state. So currently we can see that the service status is showing as red. It means that there is some issue with the services. Next is about interfaces. Interfaces part gives the details about the connectivity status. Let's say if we have configured the interface, but due to any issue, the interface is showing down, then you will get its status over here. Next is VPN. If all of your VPN are working fine, their status would be displayed as green, and if any one of them is having any issue related to the VPN, its status would be changed to different color, maybe red or orange. Next is about red wireless access points, connected remote users, and live users. The red section gives the details about the Sophos red devices we have connected or configured on the firewall. So currently we have not configured any, that is why its status is showing as 0. Similarly, for the wireless access point, we are not managing any access point at the moment, therefore its value is showing as 0. Connected remote users are also showing as 0. Let's say if you have configured IPsec remote access or SSL remote access VPN, then those users would be displayed over here, like their number would be displayed over here, how many users are connected. And similarly for the live users, it will cover all the users who have been authenticated on the firewall would be considered under the live users. Next section is about the system resources. So here we can see the utilization of system resources like the CPU, memory, and how much bandwidth they are consuming, how many sessions the firewall have established and managing. Apart from that, it is showing the decryption capacity and the decrypt sessions. So we have an option for SSL and TLS description, so their correspondence status would be displayed over here. Next part is high availability, and its status is showing as not configured. So basically the purpose of high availability is to provide the fault tolerance. If you are having a single firewall, that would be the single point of failure in this case. And in the case of high availability, you must have two firewalls in the cluster. So if one goes down, your second firewall will take the charge to forward the traffic. So that is the purpose of high availability, which is showing as not configured at the moment. In the next line, it is showing the uptime. So basically it will show the uptime status of the firewall. Next section is traffic insight, where you will get a graph option, the bar section, and again the graph options for different application and web categories. Basically, web activity will show the usage of web traffic after every 5 minutes in form of graph. Similarly, for the cloud application, it will display the data in the form of bar, how many applications are being used related to the cloud, and its usage would be displayed as a in and out. Next is allowed application categories. So whatever the applications that we have allowed in the firewall rules configuration, that will be displayed over here, and it is same for web categories. Next is network attacks and the blocked app categories. Network attacks, if found in your network, it would be displayed over here. Block similarly for the blocked application categories. Let's say if you want to put some restrictions on some applications like YouTube, Facebook, or any social media website, the data would be displayed over here. Third section is user and device insights, where the first part is security heartbeat. Let's say if you are using any Sophos endpoint in your local network, and on that Sophos endpoint machine, if you found something suspicious and detected by the firewall, it would be displayed over here. Then after it is showing synchronized application control, whatever the applications are being synchronized would be displayed over here. Then after it is showing zero day protection. Zero day protection will cover that anomaly or threat which is not known to anyone. So if it is found by the firewall that any incident happened, that count would be displayed over here. Next part is active threat response. If Sophos firewall found any threat which is coming from our local traffic, that would be displayed over here. Apart from that, it is showing SSL and TLS connections. So based on our configuration, if any traffic is configured, which is utilizing this SSL decryptions or SSL connections, that can be seen over here. The fourth section is active firewall rules. So basically, in this section, the firewall rule category is divided into three parts: WAF, user, and network. First of all, WAF stands for Web Application Firewall. For example, if you are having any server which is hosted behind the firewall, let's say mail server or any web server, and the firewall rule that you have created for those kinds of servers would be considered as WAF, and their count would be displayed over here. The next kind of firewall rule category is user-based firewall rule. If you have users or groups that you are defining in the firewall rules, and their count would be displayed over here. The third firewall rule category is network. If we are not using any user or a group in the firewall rule, that rule would be considered as a network firewall rule, and their count would be displayed over here. And this scanned part is showing the sum of these rules, how many rules we have created, including WAF, user-based rule, and a network-based rule. So currently we have two user-based rule and five network-based rule, and their count is 7. That is why it is showing 7 under the scan rules. Let's say if we have created a rule, but there is no traffic passing through that rule, so that rule would be considered as unused. So currently we have 7 rules which are in the unused state. Then after it is showing as disabled, if let's say if we create any test firewall rule for some testing purpose, and after the testing we disable it, so all those disabled rules will be counted and displayed over here. Next is change. If we do any modification in our existing rules in 24 hours frame, that count would be displayed over here. Next is the new rule. How many new rules we have created, those rules would be displayed or can be seen here. Next section is reports. So variety of reports we have and their correspondence status we can see over here, like risky apps or any websites which are objectionable. Apart from that, it will display the data of top 10 web users. Then after it shows the intrusion attacks. The last section is messages, where you will get the message or notification about firewall activities. Let's say if you have any new updates regarding signatures or any alerts you have received on the firewall, those alerts, warning, updates would be displayed under the messages section. On the left side, you will get the firewall model number, the firmware version it is using, and the serial number details. And on the right side, you will get the feedback details, how to guide, log your help, and the username details. In the feedback section, if you have any feedback regarding the Sophos firewall, you can submit it from here. Next is how to guide. This how to guide basically redirect you to the community website, where you will get all the latest updates regarding the Sophos firewall. The next option is logware. In the logware, we can see all the logs available on the firewall of different modules. And here is the list. If you want to check the logs of a particular module, you can just select that particular module from here. Let's say we just want to see the system logs, just select system, and here you will get the list of and if you want to filter out any particular log entry, then just click add filter, select that log component, so it would be the same, and here you can change the value. So in this way, you can check different modules logs, and this log section will help you to troubleshoot the issues. Next option we have is help. As currently you are in the control center and you need some help regarding a particular segment, let's say system or maybe user and device insights. So you don't have any information regarding that. So just simply click on help section. It will redirect you to the documentation of Sophos Firewall, and here we can see that the help option navigated us to control center, where we will get the detailed description of all the options that we are getting in the control center. All right, so this was all about the overview of the control center, and similarly I will make more videos for rest of the modules and settings, where we will cover them in detail so that you will get the idea if you are a beginner. And please stay tuned for the upcoming videos. And if you found this video helpful, just hit the like and subscribe button. Here, this activity will motivate us to create such more informative content. And if you have any further query in this regard, just let us know and drop a comment. I will definitely answer all of your queries. Till then, take care of yourself. Have a great day. Goodbye.